everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then welcome to you. Today I'm going to be doing the monthly reads for May 2020, and I am going to be reading now for my lovely Pisces star sign. If you are new to my channel, then on the monthlies I tend to pull a few starter cards, which then allows me to do my meditative poetry at the very end, and I also like to pull out a little charm which ties up the reading. So without further ado then, Pisces, this month I wanted to go back to the fairy elements, and that's why I've got the fairy little print at the back here. And so I wanted to work with the fairy oracle cards, so I've pulled out the first three fairy oracle cards for you, which I'll go through now with you. So the first card that came out was the shapeshifter, and it says transformation, primal wisdom and instinct. Okay, that came out with the fairy elements of abundance, and it says prepare yourself for incoming abundance, release any mental blocks you may have in fairyland and human land. There is enough abundance for everyone. Okay, and then we had the unicorn and the maiden, communication with the unicorn, purification, undercover action. Okay, so on my reads I like to do a general, and I also touch on a romantic element. And with the first card that came out, with the shapeshifter, on the general here, it's just saying that at the moment you need to be wise and a little bit savvy as you go into May 2020. I do feel as well that there's elements around you where some of you may be hiding some health hidden secrets, okay, away from your nearest and dearest, to stop them from worrying. Really, it's saying here, because obviously you're taking on the animal spirit here of the sort of bird aspect, as in the eagle. Okay, just saying you're keeping a close eye on certain things at the moment. Now this could also be to do with a relationship, okay, but I'll touch that onto that a little bit later on. But I'm sticking to the general at the minute, and it's just saying here at the moment that I do feel that you are keeping an eye on a certain health issue. If it's not for you, then I do feel that you may be keeping your eye on a close family member that you may feel or have a gut instinct about, that you are feeling that they're not telling you the full story, they're not telling you the truth about the situation. Okay, and that is why this is what I felt with the shape-shifting card that came out on the general reading. But the next card that came out was an abundance, okay, here, and it says prepare yourself for incoming abundance. So I do feel for some of you going into May 2020, you could have been waiting for some information to come through. It could be a loan that you've applied for, or some kind of financial help and assistance, and it is saying here on that aspect, then you are going to be feeling a lot more financially sound as we go through to the end of May 2020. Also with abundance, I just feel that going into May 2020, that you have got certain things in place. You are feeling happy, you are feeling more contented, okay, even though things in the world as it is at the moment is on a negative vibe. Okay, I have said this really for the whole of May and June, that we're out of the negativity, we have to look on the positive, and having this time given to us due to this situation, then it is bringing positive energies in, because I do feel that it's giving us the time to release our true sort of creative skills and other ideas, where we may be given the time to sit there and sort of contemplate really about what we are doing in our lives. So this time period going into May and also June, I do feel you are going to feel an abundance, having time on your hands, where some of you could have been, in your normal day jobs, running around, sort of running around ragged, taking the kids to school and everything else, okay, not having a minute to breathe really. So this time period here for you Pisces is an abundance phase, okay, where you can literally sit there, and some of you will be getting these creative ideas, even business ideas I sort of picked up as well. Some of you out there going through to the end of May, beginning of June. The unicorn and the maiden card, okay, this is where it fell on the romantic, because I did pick up here for Pisces that I did feel that some of you have been involved, or may possibly be getting themselves involved with somebody who's already in a relationship. So it's a type of an affair type of vibe, okay. And it was just saying here, because sometimes we meet soulmates and twin flames within our lifespan that are already in a relationship and committed, but even so, you've got a job to do. There's a reason why twins and soulmates come together. So regardless to the situations that the opposite party may be in, as hard as it may seem, then, you know, the continuation of trying to, you know, keep that relationship on a separate sort of lane, running aside their normal lives, okay, and it goes on, you know, aimlessly out there, where souls mates and twin flames still connect with one another regardless to, you know, their other commitments. But I just felt that this was strong coming in for you, Pisces, in May 2020, and it is saying why the unicorn and the maiden. I just feel there's this soulmate connection, this twin flame connection that some of you are going to feel going through to the end of May, beginning of June. If this hasn't already happened and you're not already in this type of situation, because again, that's why the shapeshifter has come out for you at the start of this reading, to say that you do have to sort of fly under the radar, okay, if there's another person involved, okay, sort of thing. And you do find that sometimes it is difficult, and you know, with twin flames especially, you get runners, don't you, where, you know, that they can't deal with it, and you get a runner type aspect here. And I do feel that some of you may be feeling that energy this month going into May 2020, beginning of June, where one of you in the situation will want to run, okay, but you just have to go with that if that is the case. The next card that came out for you, Pisces, was the Ace of Wands here, and this is where I felt the communication and everything was running through your head, because the messenger came out with the Ace of Wands. So on the general, I do feel it is this new venture, this having the keys within your own head and heart space, that I do feel once this is all over and done with, then you may literally take a different direction in your business path. You may be starting a self-employed business, and it will make you literally rethink things. Here with the messenger of air especially, I do feel here though, two heads are better than one, and I do feel that some of you may be collaborating with somebody else and saying, you know what, I think we could do this, I think we could start a little side business here, or we could do this. And so it's giving you the time, as I said, in this negativity period, where it is bringing positivity on all aspects. So what I'm going to do now is just shuffle a few more cards, Pisces, just to see what else is coming out for you, okay? I know that's a lot to take in at the moment, but this is what I was feeling when I was doing meditative poetry from these cards. And but it is really, you know, quite a positive phase for you, Pisces. Again, with the abundance card here, it's just saying, I feel like take this time as a blessed time, as much as I said, as scary and as fearful it is made to seem out there, okay? Having the time on our hands, it's use it wisely, because it can bring abundance in for you, okay? That definitely wanted to fly out, Pisces. So we have the Four of Water, and I look at this and it's saying you've got the pearls of wisdom here, and it is saying that you know, you are keeping things balanced and real at this moment in time, but it's saying, it's giving you the time to realise that you have got your own pearls of wisdom here on the general. Now, on the romantic side of things, it's a saying here, like with the artwork, she's holding this soulmate, this twin flame, within the palm of her hand, okay? There is other elements here around them. As I said, some of them could already be involved in a relationship, but you are fully focused on this, okay? Even though I feel there is an emotional time going to be coming through where you know, you hear of the runners, okay? Whether that's you or the person that you are connected with. But it's saying here, because it's a soulmate connection, because it's a twin flame connection, you know, it is going to be an emotional roller coaster, but it is on a solid stance, okay? You are connected, you will always be connected, and even if you you know, one of you did run, and it could be sort of, you know, 8 months, 9 months down the line before you actually see each other again, that bond is always going to be there. That bond is always going to be there. There's a purpose, there's a reason why we meet these people, and sometimes we can have more than one soulmate, okay? Because it's about doing something constructive together, that you have been drawn together and found each other to do, my lovelies. So let's just pull out another card for you, Pisces, and let's have a look what else is coming out for you. Okay, but I did feel as well that this month to be guarded as well, because I felt that some of the Pisces out there had got somebody around them not being the true selves, telling you lies as well. That's why the shapeshifter has come out as well. It's not going to resonate with all of you, but I just felt that there was somebody not being truthful, so to be aware of that as well, Pisces. So then we've got here the Hermit, okay, and the keys again, that's come out. It's just reflecting here everything. Yes, we're all behind closed doors at the moment. Yes, it's difficult times at the moment. You're feeling confined, okay? You're not being able to go out as much as you can. But whilst you are behind these closed doors, it's saying you have got keys here. You've got access here to open up different doorways of making money, of being creative, even writing, okay? You could have just thought to yourself, you know what, I've got this time and I'm going to start to write something. So it's just about using your time wisely, and it will bring in the longer run an abundance for you. So what I'm going to do now is just get one of the affirmation cards, which I call my witchy cards, and they are the Moon Goddess affirmation cards by Terri Foss. Okay, so let's just have a look what these have got to say, and I'll have a look for you. Dig deep, and we have I already know the answers. Okay, so I always look at this card as a candle of hope, okay, with dark times that are around us, because I always look at the skull as like you know, it's a dark period that we may be in. We've got the changes in the moon phases here, and it's just saying within time, okay, over a progressive time period, you know, even though it's as dark as it is and as negative, you know, the negative energies as it is at the moment, it's saying given time, okay, with the moon phases and everything, it is saying here the candle of hope, flame of hope here. You already know the answers. You already know what you need to do to work your way through this. You are getting your calling, some of you as well, by having this time on your hands. And it's just basically saying, you know, and on the romantic side of things, you already know the answers here. You know that if you are in a soulmate relationship and a twin flame where somebody or yourself is already committed, you know the answers here, that yeah, it is going to be difficult, okay, but that flame, it will burn eternally, especially with soulmates and twin flames, okay. So that is why that card came out for you. So I'm going to read you my little bit of meditative poetry now, Pisces. So let's just dip into this and see what words I wrote for you this month. And we have: behind the scenes, you've been working hard. Time to reap the rewards. A time of abundance is coming in, so falls the magical sword to cut away negativity that has been plaguing your mind and heart. A new love for some of you, yet complicated from the start. It may be they are already involved, is something you'll have to face by playing the role in an affair, yet you'll know your place. But it will eventually eat away at you and totally consume your head. A business plan will materialise when two heads are better than one in selling your creative ideas once this is over and done. So I did feel, as I said, I picked up on the poetry where, you know, somebody's already involved, okay. Now if this isn't on a soulmate or a twin flame relationship, I do feel that there is people out there getting involved with somebody who is already committed, okay. And it could be as well that this has been hidden from you on the romantic, whereas you're not aware that they're already involved. They could have just been telling you lies, saying, you know, oh, I'm going to split up with them, or I have split up with them, and really underneath it all they haven't, because you've sort of, with the messenger of air, you sort of got this in a sense thinking, I don't think they're being honest with me. Okay, that's not going to resonate with all of you, but that was just a different angle that I felt as well. So what I'm going to do now is just draw out a little charm just to tie up this reading, Pisces. So I'll dig deep and have a look what comes out for you. Okay, and we have the little sunflower. Okay, so I always look at the seeds of the sunflower, and it's about planting seeds here over this period of time where you've got this time on your hands, literally planting the seeds for the future, okay. with those who are said on the business plans, those on the creative side. On the romantic side here, I just feel that you're planting the seeds of doubt here for some of you, okay? Where, as I said, you feel like somebody may be telling you lies. It may be that you are, you know, these seeds of doubt that are running through you. But on the soulmate connections, you know, the sun shines on the two of you here because you have found each other, okay? It's meant to be regardless, okay? You have got a job to do. You know, when people come together like that with twin flames, there is a purpose for that. They have a mission to complete, okay? The seeds have been planted way before you've even come to, you know, to this earth plane. So it's like seeds that have been planted, and it's basically saying you need to put the plans into action to make whatever it is that was planned to grow and come into fruition. So that is why the sunflower has come out for you, the sunflower seed as I call it, okay? So my lovely Pisces, I hope that you have a lovely May 2020, okay? And keep positive and stay safe and everything else, and I will look forward to reading you till next time. Take care, bye.